Right, lads, I want to talk about Paul Gascoigne.
Gazza, the big English baby who cried.
Oi, come on, more than that, surely. For a whole generation, he was English football.
Okay, so let's be real. Was he a genius who never quite fulfilled his potential? Or was the flawed genius thing the whole point?
That's the question, isn't it? I tell you what, watching him at Italia 90 was like nothing I'd ever seen.
Amigo, this is the English disease. You fall in love with the tragedy, not the player.
No, we fell in love with the talent, the way he could just ghost past people.
His centre of gravity was bizarrely low for a guy his size. He had the dribbling style of a much smaller player.
Exactly. He just received the ball, turn and be gone. No one could get near him.
He played like he was still in the street. This is sometimes a compliment, and sometimes not.
You're talking about the tactical discipline.
Discipline. Che, the man was a tourist on the field half the time. A brilliant, beautiful tourist, but a tourist.
That's so harsh. Against Cameroon in the quarter-final, he was unplayable. He ran the entire game.
He won the penalty for the go-ahead goal, right?
Yep, with this unbelievable through ball for Lineker. It was sublime.
Okay, he had moments of magic. Of course, like Maradona, the ball was his friend.
Don't you dare compare him to Maradona.
I am, not in achievement, no, but in spirit. The flawed genius, the boy who never grew up.
But a lot of that boy who never grew up stuff is what derailed his career.
Or are we talking about the tears?
No, bigger picture. The injuries, the lack of professionalism. Would a modern manager even tolerate him?
No chance. Pep Guardiola would have him doing rondos for 3 minutes and then send him home. Forever.
But isn't that a shame? Have we coached all the fun out of the game?
He was definitely fun. Remember the goal against Scotland at Euro 96?
The dentist's chair, I was there for that. The whole stadium just erupted.
The technique on that goal is actually insane. To flick it over Colin Hendry like that, on the volley.
And then to finish it. Pure, uncut, shameless audacity. That was him.
And the celebration was more famous than the goal. This is Gazza.
But that sums it up, doesn't it? The narrative was always as much about the off-field persona as the on-field talent.
Maybe, but the talent was generational. Honestly, I don't think any English player since has had that same level of natural, God-given ability.
Wayne Rooney, yeah.
Different kind of player. Rooney was a force of nature. Gazza was an artist.
I see the Rooney comparison, the raw power, the street football intelligence. But Gazza had a delicacy Rooney didn't.
Go on, Maya.
But Rooney had a 20-year career at the very top. That's the difference.
Exactly. Gazza burned out. He flew too close to the sun, my friend.
That's a bit dramatic.
Are you serious right now? The man's life is a drama. The tears in Turin. This was just the beginning.
Hold on, the crying at Italia 90 is an iconic moment. But it's also a bit weird, right?
What do you mean, weird?
He's crying because he got a yellow card that means he'll miss the final if England get there. It's fundamentally selfish.
Ha, the American view. So cool.
I'm just saying. The team might still play the biggest game of their lives, and he's already making it about his own personal tragedy.
I never thought of it like that. I just saw a lad whose dream had just died.
No, she's right. It is selfish. But this is the selfishness of the great artists. They want to be on the stage.
So you do rate him?
Of course I rate him. How can you not rate him? He was ridiculous. One of a kind.
Which brings us back to the original point. Could a player like that function in 2024?
No chance. A Premier League club's media team would have a breakdown within a week.
The nutritionists, the psychologists, the social media coaches, they would try to turn him into a robot.
And in doing so, would they have made him a better, more consistent player? Or would they have broken the one thing that made him special?
They'd have broken him. The chaos was the magic.
You need the chaos. You need the madness. This is football. It is not accountancy.
I'm sorry, that is genuinely insane. You don't need to be a mess off the pitch to be great on it. Look at Messi. Look at Ronaldo.
Ah, but they're different. They were programmed for greatness from when they were kids. Gazza was just a lad from Gateshead who happened to be a genius.
And he played like it. Every touch, you could see the joy and the pain.
There was a lot of pain. That FA Cup final injury in 1991 changed everything.
Bloody hell, that tackle. He was so hyped up, he basically injured himself.
This is what I mean. The passion is his strength and his weakness all at once.
And he was never quite the same explosive player after that knee injury.
He wasn't, but then we wouldn't have got the Lazio years, or the Rangers revival, or that Euro 96 goal without it.
He was a king in Scotland. They loved him there.
Everyone loved him, even when he was being an absolute idiot. You couldn't help but love him. So
Let's be real, his peak was incredibly short. Maybe 2 or 3 seasons at the absolute top level.
But what a peak, my friend. What a peak.
that's it, isn't it? He burned so brightly for that short time. It's the ultimate what-if story.
What if he'd had a modern support system? What if he'd stayed fit?
What if he was Argentinian? We would have taught him how to channel the madness.
Ha! You'd have just given him more reasons to cry.
Che, it is good to cry. It is passion.
Okay, so a final verdict. English hero or tragic clown?
He's both. And that's why we're still talking about him 30 years later.
For me, he is a beautiful loser. And I mean that as a compliment.
I think he's the greatest cautionary tale in modern football, and also one of its most watchable players.
I tell you what, there will never be another one like him. So what do you reckon? Is Gazza the best what if in football?